Hey, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I know guys, I haven't made a video in like a whole week, but have no fear, this video is gonna be very good. Pretty much gonna make the car a little bit faster by doing, some little minor things.
Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up. So what's up? I've been down and out, but look, keep it a buck, I don't always been one up on all of these. They be trying to front for all of these. I ain't got time cause they all in they feelings. Ice to the gang and we making a killing. It's 2020.
I'm gonna cut out this part of the grill for more airflow. I'll show you guys how that looks like from the inside. Pretty much on this honeycomb design, there's only like 4 holes that are actually going through. The rest are just fake. I'm thinking about just doing the whole thing, not just the little corner piece, but we'll see how that turns out whenever I actually do get in there. First step guys, I'm gonna take off the bumper, and give me a couple minutes guys and let me do that. I'm gonna show you how to remove the front bumper. It's very easy. The first step is to remove this radiator cover. It has these push pins right here all around. Very easy to remove. Take that off. Alright, so just like that, all the push pins are off. You can remove this and set it aside. And get you like a cup or something to put everything in. You do not want to misplace those. We will need them after. Now for this next step, you guys don't have to do this, but since I'm changing my wheels anyway today, I'm putting my welds back on the car. Removing the wheel will make it easier as far as accessing these push pins down here and accessing the nut that's over here. You guys are gonna have to loosen. So in my case, I'm gonna change my wheels. I'm gonna take this off so that it's easier. After removing the radiator cover, you're gonna see 8 bolts all across right there. 6 of them are 8mm size. That's Mark. That's my neighbor Mark with the NSX. Anyway guys, like I was saying, there's 8 bolts right here. 6 of them are gonna be 8mm socket, and then the 2 little ones at the end are 5.5. So 1 right here and 1 right here. So I'm gonna remove that. I'll catch you guys in a second. Next step is to remove these pins for the splash guard. You're gonna see there's a bolt right here, and basically we're gonna loosen that nut. It's gonna be a 10mm, and this is for both sides. So there's actually 2 of them. The second one is more towards the headlight back there. You guys see it? And then I'm gonna do the same thing for this side. I took off that pin. I'm gonna take off this one and this one in here and do the same thing. 2 10mm nuts you need to remove. So after you remove the 2 nuts, you're gonna reach right here and pry it. I'm using plastic so I don't scratch the paint in here, but pretty much there's a little black plastic piece that we need to get from in there. This is what it looks like, and pretty much need to remove that. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna remove the other one from the other side too. So I have both brackets off. This is what it looks like. Next step guys is to remove these screws down here. There's a lot of them. I would say like 10-15 of them. And it's gonna be a 7mm socket for all of these. If you're doing this by yourself, after loosening everything, the screws right here, the ones on the sides, on the tabs, and then the 15 little screws all the way down there. After removing all of those, then we're gonna start removing it. I'm by myself, so I'm gonna be standing right here. And remember, there's a connector for the turn signals. So this side and that side. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. I can maybe bring a stool and put a stool right here to hold it while I remove the connectors. So we'll see. You have the connectors right here. It's just a little tab. You push that in and boom. Just like any other connector. I finally get to see all my wiring for my lights. This is pretty cool. I'll have the Instagram for the guy who did my lights on the video right now, so you guys can hit him up if you want lights done to your car. As you guys can see, the wiring is pretty good. Everything right over here to the passenger side. Everything all protected. And I have a Dremel. You guys will need a Dremel for that. If you don't have one, go to your local hardware shop and buy one. And then come back and continue the video. Coming down all the way. And that's the opening. As you guys can see, the opening is pretty big. The only downfall is, look at how many holes there is right there. Alright, so I'm gonna cut all of this. So we're pushing all that air in. And also I might just remove this front one. You know, why not? Just to see how it looks. So pretty much from this line right here to the front, that's how deep the honeycomb pattern goes, as you guys can see. So because that's all I'm removing, I'm gonna cut it right there. And the same thing from the front side. I'm gonna measure how deep the honeycomb is and cut up here the same depth. So it has these tabs, and for this one it looks like I'm gonna push it up so it can fit on the rectangle on this piece. Y'all see that? So there's one here, one there, and one in the middle right here, the bottom right there, and then two more on this side. So easy. Let me get my flathead screwdriver and we're gonna remove that. Alright, just like that. This is off. Now we have better access whenever we're cutting on the bottom side. That's really why I removed it. Alright guys, so for the little triangle piece, it's very clear where the line is, where I'm gonna cut on the side. Not so much on the top side, and not so much on the bottom either. The same thing for this one. On the top side, it's not that clear where the line is, but it's very visible from the side, as you guys can see right here. So pretty much I'm gonna use painter's tape. I'm gonna lay some painter's tape all around it, and then that way I know where I'm gonna cut whenever I get to cutting. Alright, so everything is looking good. I put this bumper thing right here for the front crash bar. And looking on my car, I looked it up online. This is actually like an active shadow thing that opens and closes. So you know what? I'm gonna remove this. Alright, so I think I figured it out. So the two screws right here, and then it has two push pins, one right here, and also I saw it right here, two more screws on the bottom, one right there and the other one right there. So let's take this thing off, and pretty much, you know, that's weight savings right there. So we need to separate the front piece from the back piece, and it's hard to show you guys, but right here where you see my hand down there, there's two screws, and it's gonna be a 5.5 millimeter socket for those two. Let me take those off and see what happens. So this is how this thing looks like. I think they call it a shutter. So there's a motor right here that moves this arm up and down. And if it moves up and down, as you guys can see, I'm trying to do this with one hand. When it moves it up and down, it closes and opens the flaps. Yo, that looks crazy, man. That looks crazy. Everything is exposed, man. Let me put this front radiator cover on, this one, so we can see what it looks like. That's pretty cool. All right, y'all, it's the next day. Yesterday, after finishing up everything, putting the bumper on the car, it was already late. I had to go race at the track. So let me just show you guys how the car looks right now, the final results after washing the car and everything. You guys ready? Let's go. So as you guys can see, you can still see the orange in there and the wire harness. I wish these little clips over here were black, but it's not that big of a deal. But it's like everything is open, man. You can see everything in there. Looks good. After washing it, the gloss black pops out more. But this thing just looks mean. See that? Yeah, that thing looks crazy. All right, y'all, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video of cutting out the grill. If you want to do this to your own Mustang, you can. Now you know how I did it, and it's not that hard. You just need a jack stands to take off the bumper. But pretty much easy process, anybody can do it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you like the Mustang, you want to see the build continue, make sure you smash the subscribe button. And as always, guys, I will see you on the next video. Peace.